Hey guys, how you all doing? Welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to be showing you how I made this little purse using a purse frame. It was my first time to use a frame, so I was basically just winging it, so please be kind. So this is the purse frame that I used, and that is how much it cost me. So that is how it opens and then it closes. So the first thing that I did was to measure the entire circumference of my purse frame, and I got about 8 inches. Then I multiplied 8 by 2 and I got 16 inches. Then I also cut some interfacing, and I also cut my fabric for the lining. Then I went on now to iron my interfacing onto my printed fabric. And then I now took my fabric with the interfacing on, and then I fold it in half. Then I marked the center on the width of that fabric. I marked half, and then I went on and I connected it down to that corner. Then I now went on to just cut it out. So that is the shape that I have. So like I told you guys, I was basically just I had a design in mind, and I was just really trying to just see how I can maneuver things around. I didn't really have a specific direction that I was going. And then I curved the top corners like that. Then I went on to mark 2-inch intervals at the bottom of the fabric. I did this for the other piece of fabric as well. And then I started to pleat. So the main thing that I was trying to do was to pleat that fabric down to a width of about 8 to 10 inches. So when I put my pleats, I would just put those little pins to hold the pleats down. Then I tried on my purse frame to see if it was fitting. So there was a little bit of excess. Then I just marked where the purse frame was ending, and then I cut that out with the scissors. I'm so sorry for that little angle. I'm sorry for that bad angle when I was cutting there. So when I was sure that my purse frame could fit, I now went on to sew the bottom seam. After sewing, when I open it up, that is the shape that I have. Then I now took my lining fabric and then I placed it on top of the printed fabric, and I placed it with the opposite sides facing each other, not right sides, the wrong sides facing each other. After cutting away the excess fabric, I now folded my purse in half. And then I went on to pin the sides of the purse, which I now went on to sew on the sewing machine. So mind you, you will not sew on the part where you will insert the purse frame. Then I folded the corners like that. I marked about 2 inches. But if you wanted to have a really wide bottom, you can actually make that 3 inches. And then I sewed the corners and cut them off. After sewing, this is the shape that I have, and then I turned the little bag inside out. Then I now went on to insert my purse frame. Then I started to sew it. My purse frame had these little holes, and I just started to insert the fabric inside and then just stitching using those holes. And mind you, the holes were only on one side, so that made it a little bit more challenging, but I just went with it and I took my time and I sewed and sewed. So you can actually get a press frame that does not have holes, and in that case you will need to use glue, but I just decided to sew mine. So after sewing, this is how it looks like. I'm quite pleased with the results. I think it came out really well, and considering that it was also my first time to use a purse frame and I was just winging it, I'm really happy with my result. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys, and I hope to see you in the next one. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and share. I really appreciate your support. I really appreciate your support, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye. Then I folded the corners like that. I marked about 2 inches. But if you wanted to have a really wide bottom,